Hi class, sorry this is a little late, but it was a Jewish high holiday, and plus I didn't feel that well in the middle of the week. So I wanted to know, my question for all of you is, are you encountering that our clients all have multiple layers of trauma, and that diagnostic labels are not really helping our clients in understanding their illness? So one of the classes I took at UNE that made an enormous impression on me was complex traumatic stress disorder, and I took that as an elective. So it's resonated with me a lot, and so it informed my perspective on human beings. So and it's also informs how I relate to the clients or treat clients where I work. So as you might remember her now, that I work with people who have a severe mental illness who come for a day program and they live in group homes, or I see clients that are living on their own or in some sort of assisted living, but they come in for individual treatment. And so I am finding that the labels that they have been given in order to get medication or receive treatment really are not accurate and don't really describe the multi-layered trauma that they've experienced in their life, whether through their families, the way they've been treated, their experiences, and I don't think that the labels are helping them to get better. So I don't think that the labels also are helping the other workers in understanding them and how they treat them. So, I mean, a teeny example is somebody who, well, has been through everything in her life, and, early death of the mother, bad treatment by her father, and never really get on her feet at all. She's 70, and somebody was complaining about her OCD, one of the workers, and don't give in to her OCD, and she has just such severe complex traumatic stress disorder, and that any of us would probably have something very similar. I mean, her history goes, there's much more involved in it. So, I just don't believe that the labels or people's understanding of illness has enough depth and compassion when we're not able to walk in the shoes of the other person and find a way to understand. Yeah, besides for that, their biology, their environment, their temperament also comes into play. So I have studied some of the people who write about complex trauma, and I found a great video that I watched this week that I wanted to tell you all about. So by Bessel van der Kolk, and it was on YouTube. So it's just like an hour and 45 minutes, and he, talked in elementary fashion. And so I'm going to give you, I wrote down the name of it for you because it was so fast, it was so clear, and I think so helpful. So I like to get extra tips and reminders for how I work with clients. And YouTube is good for me. I'm good with visual. And I like also seeing the person talk, so I connect with a person talking. I had considered going to a lecture where I heard he was lecturing in New York, but I realized that my agency would have a fit if I was out for a day. So I looked for YouTube videos instead, and I found them really rewarding. And so there's one called The Body Keeps the Score, Brain, Mind, and Body in the Healing of Trauma on YouTube. and it was done for the Center of Healthy Communities. So this video was an hour and 40 minutes, and I can't recommend it, more highly. And then after that, I saw for 20 minutes, there's a TED Talk that I watched, the effects of trauma on the brain and how it affects behavior. So I won't keep you guys any longer, but he first learned about trauma by working with veterans. So I know we have some of you work with veterans, so his take on that is really interesting. So anyway, I hope you found my video helpful. So I look forward to listening to yours and catching up for this week. Thanks.